deal. Okay, so there I've just laid the foundation. A car is a motor vehicle. Of course it is, because motor vehicle is +1 just like car. Oh man. Oh yeah, industry is +1. So automotive industry is +1, and you can keep going higher. Model T, yeah. And then Ford Motor Company is +1 too. Okay, that's fine. Carl Friedrich Benz. An overall +1. And what's very glaring to me about Carl Friedrich Benz is that, oh yeah, and it's called a motor car, +1. But Carl Friedrich Benz, what's glaring to me about his string of letters for the glory of the Father is that it's an overwhelming majority of +2s, just like Father. So allow me to highlight the allow me to highlight the +2s, and you'll see the sheer abundance of it all. I mean, his last name Benz is pure +2s. Benz. And then the number of +1s is right here. There's only 2 of them, very similar design of Father. And then amazingly, and then yeah, all the letters that divide by 3 also all divide by 6, just like in Father, practically. You know, R, L, F, R. Like, that's just silly. RIC, there's tons of 6s in there. Carl Friedrich Benz. Okay, paralleling, of course, the words Father and Pioneer, which have a majority of +2s over the number of +1s. Okay, just by way of confirmation for you, the word Pioneer, of course, parallels Father. Like, okay, the number of +2s outweighs the number of +1s, and then the rest of the letters divide by 3. Okay, so you see the glaring obvious thing between these strings. They're identical in their parallelism. Father, Pioneer, Carl Friedrich Benz. Enough said. Okay. It's all to the glory of God the Father, the name above all names. Okay. God the Father created Carl Friedrich Benz and ordained him to have the name that he did and gave him the life that he gave him, and it's all very well and dandy. Oh, he's got more names. Carl Friedrich Michael Valiant. Well, there's some extra juice there. See, you go deeper and you get, his last name was +1 there. And fascinating. Now you can scoop up more stuff. And solve more in his life if you want. And originally was a locomotive driver. Cool. Okay. Locomotive driver works. All right, that's good enough. We did a lot of good stuff on cars there. The original roots of it. Went to the roots, solved a lot. And I would say Siegfried was actually the, and those other names that we saw. Nicholas, Francois, Siegfried were the earliest developers. And truly Siegfried, probably the most pioneering. All right, good stuff. So we solved a lot of history of the automobile in this video, and a lot of famous terms in Carland. Oh, that was pretty awesome. By way of review, headrest was amazing. That was a massive gem. Because when you go, like if you go to a restaurant, anywhere that you sit down, Anywhere that you lie down, that headrest, Father's on top for the glory of God the Father. That it was probably one of the biggest finds in this whole story. And similar with the backrest. So cool. Interestingly, the word bottom, the bottom of the seat is also +1 for Father, but headrest is just flawless on top. And you can also call that the crown of the seat, and of course crown is +1 for Father. How do they compare? Just curious. Oh yeah, that's right, because that was the different offset. That's where you had to be. Okay. Cool. And as I sit in this chair, the armrest, I have armrests on top here, and I have a backrest and a headrest, not quite a headrest actually, on top. Cool. And then I sit at a table, +1, tabletop, +1. Always check what's on top. And that's what I love solving the most. Cool. Wow. Very cool. I'm thinking of other things in vehicle land that are on top. Well, the roof equals love. Sunroof is double love. I think that's pretty good. Baby seats. Okay. I think I'm pretty good in vehicle land. Of course, the word line, a painted line on the road. The roadway is just simply full of lines. Line is a simple word for Father, and like painted line, same deal. Paint the offset. And I like solving things that are on top, just very simple. +1 there. Okay. Cool. All right. Fun stuff. I am curious about other words. Oh yeah, find Father in travel. This is awesome. Father's on the very end. That's awesome. So Father gets the last word on travel. And then you don't just travel once in life, you have many travels. So then Father becomes at the dead center. Isn't that awesome though? And there you can see the beauty of it. Now, there you go. So Father's at the dead center of your travels, or on the end of the word travel. And that's the whole purpose. Like what is the purpose of the cars? To travel and to... and we solved the word efficiency for Father, and German efficiency is an obvious double. Okay, but look at the AE, and then the V parallels the TH just like in Valvoline, and then the two letters that divide by 3 are in the same position in travel, just like they are in Father. Wow, so you saw it here first. There's Father in traveling and in travels. Genius. Okay, that was awesome. All right. Fun stuff. Very cool. From the old to the modern, we dug up the history and it was satisfying. Cool. Now I was solving +1 car brands the other day, and you can go on a tear doing that. Just quickly as a review, famous car brands. And by the way, the word brands equals Father. Oh my gosh, there's going to be a sick... I don't want a huge list. You know what? Images are good because they jump out to us. And sure, I guess I'll just grab a... I just want to mention ones that are glaringly +1. You can see, you can solve every one of them for Jesus, God the Father. Ford +1 because he was a pioneer. You can find Father and find all sorts of things and all these things like Chevrolet's double love and Subaru. I'm curious as to what these are. Subaru's +1. Oldsmobile, and these are probably some of the Oldsmobile. Subaru +1. Nissan, I've seen Nissan is very cool for Father because the two ends come in to equal the dead center of Father, and then the rest equals 48, which is a multiple of 6, the outskirts of Father. So Nissan just hands it to you very nicely. Jaguar is probably one of my favorites, and that's a car for the British royalty. Jaguar equals Father. Hyundai is +1 for Father. BMW is so cool. It is flawless in its design for Christ, where you have 2 plus 2s, a single plus 1, and there's no letters that divide by 3. Watch how BMW, in the simplest package possible, is for Christ. Now you can solve the full name of BMW, what it stands for, and scoop up father gems like crazy. But as it's printed on cars, BMW is flawless in its design for Christ, with your single plus 1 right in the middle, right there, differing by 6 from the S. The H differs from 6 by the B, and the T differs from 3 by the W. And then these are the 3 letters that divide by 3, filling in the offsets between Christ and BMW. Buick is plus 1, and that's a very pioneering brand. Dodge is Jesus. Dodge is flawless for Jesus in its design. Land Rover. Land Rover is plus 1 for Father. Land Rover. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, okay. Any, oh,